What's up, good people? It's your boy Ellis Sherrod. Good y'all, it's your boy Ellis Sherrod 254, man. Tune in for another one. As y'all know, we was having some. I showed y'all the behind the scenes of what was going on and such. So I was trying to do a test. Okay, so it does not control. It does not control the lights. Okay. So what I am conspicuous of is that our compressor itself is the issue. Reached out to a buddy of mine. Was explaining to him the issue. He said that possibly could be it, and it could be the compressor itself. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna unplug this. Let's see what else we're gonna unplug. So even if that trips, I still had the lights, which was something that he asked me that I wasn't 100% sure of. But best way to test it is see if it is a compressor itself that is tripping it. I was curious to see if we had the same issue with a different compressor. So this video is sponsored by Acres Commercial. Shout out to my boy for letting me borrow it. He said, hey, so what you can do is come borrow it, and yeah, if it trips it, then we know. If not, we'll also know. This is one for Harbor Freight Fortress High Performance Series, 27-gallon. Yeah, all that good stuff. So it says still same thing, 15 amp 3-wire, 120, 60 hertz. So it should pretty much do the same thing, unless it doesn't. And then that lets me know that the compressor itself is a problem from what he was telling me. So let me get everything hooked up, etc. And then we'll go from there. If it worked and it do what it need to do for me, because the 60 gallons are no longer $400 or $500, they are now like $800, $900. So now this, if as long as you don't trip it, is definitely looking like a better option. But yeah, you got your adjustments, and then you got your looks like it has two built-in joints, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, let me get it all hooked up, get it running. Actually, we're gonna do a decibel test, because I think he did say something about this one was a whole lot quieter or something. I don't know. So, for good time's sake, give y'all a clip of this running. I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with it. Plug that in, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So that's how that one sounds. And then let me get the other one plugged up, and then I can let y'all hear it out sounds. I'm not gonna actually move that one out the way. Basically, all I'm gonna do is bring that one probably over here, or however close I need to be to plug it in, and then just move my air hose from here, because that goes up to my reel, and then go from there. So give me a sec. All right, so like I said, we're gonna plug it up over here, plug that fans, no additional load on there. Actually, I'm gonna plug all this shit. itself. And then let me see. We'll take our hose from over here. Hold on. Take our hose off of here. Take it, plug it in like that. And I'm looking at the dimensions, like if I do get one, it should be able to fit right there in that little spot standing up. I think it can. I think it can. All right, so let's see, hit the switch so we can turn it on, which is there. Plus we gotta close it. Let's move out of here how it sounds. Sound wise, so yeah, we're gonna let this do its thing and I'll bring it back. Alright, so what I did is I downloaded this app. It's called Decibel Meter. And you can see as I talk, it goes up. And you can see where the max decibels or whatever like that. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to run it and see what the max was gonna be with this compressor, and we compare it to our other one, which I believe to be louder, but I'm not 100% sure. So what I wanted to do was try to get y'all the most accurate decibel that I could. And being that we have this opportunity to go ahead and, use it, then, why not? So, let me step back over here. So we're gonna unplug that compressor, plug that one back in. So let me see. We're gonna shut the fuck up a second and we're gonna see where it rests. All right, so 30 something decibels is pretty low. I think this one advertises like 70 something, if I'm not mistaken. This one, I don't know, but we're finna find out. So you can see that it pretty much kind of peaked around the 80, 85. Y'all saw it. So we're gonna unplug that, throw that over there, and then we're gonna bring it back with this cord. That's something that I kind of noticed off the gate is if you look at the thickness differences between these two cords. This smaller one is going to this Fortress, whereas this bigger, bulkier one is going to our older Craftsman. So let's get this one plugged in. The pressure, I guess it stops at 200. It's that's the regulated. So when it gets to 200, it kick off. Let's see where it kick on at. Then I'm gonna just drain it out some, and then we'll see where it kicks on. Alright, so one thing I think that I do realize is it takes a little bit longer for it to air back up. Maybe it's the motor, I don't know. But I will say it has yet to trip. Well, it's only on there by itself, but it hasn't tripped the breaker at all. The other one we actually had, and we put so what I'm trying to do is okay. So what I had done before, as far as the pressure, to accommodate for the drop, I crank it up to like 60 PSI. As you can see there. And then when I hit the gun, it drops to about 30. I think it's supposed to be like 40, so let me go up a little bit more. I do know that the other one the cutoff is not that high, and it didn't hold 200. Let's see. And that's with it leaking a little bit. I gotta fix the leaking. Hold on, y'all. All right, so yeah, so basically I'm sitting at about 85, but when I pull the trigger, it's gonna be like right there at 40. And then when I hit one of All right, so all this has been going on, still no trip. Filled it up back to 200. What I did want to do, we're gonna do, I guess, 2 different time joints. So from the 200, or right before 200, I want to see if we could get a timer and we could see exactly how long it takes, or how much air at 40 psi do we have before how much air do we have at 40 psi through the gun before the compressor has to kick on. And then I'm also going to do a what do you call? So what I'm gonna do, let me explain what I'm gonna do. I'll just explain it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit the start button, and when I start squeezing the trigger, PSI is gonna be at 40. Then from there, once it gets to where it cuts on, then I'm gonna hit the lap button so we see how long it is that it's going to take for it to fill back up to 200. But we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna continue spraying. We're just trying to see what's it gonna take. So on your mark, get set. And there it is, real time, people. Now it's back at 200. And like I said, that's from 200 from the 200 PSI here. Over here, like I said, we roughly at about between the 60 and the 90, so maybe 75, 80 on the pressure. But like I said, this is that high so that when the line pressure drops, we're at the 40 that's kind of required for the gun or whatever. So these are the times. So it was 43 seconds of spray time, but then it took about 2 minutes for it to get back to where it was going to cut off. So it took 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go from the 150 to the 200. And that was without us not spraying it. That was like, it cut on, we stopped spraying, that was the end. So roughly, if you think about it, so if it took 2 minutes to go from there, maybe it'll take like 4 minutes to go. Maybe it'll take like 4 minutes to go from the 100 to the 200. I don't even know that it will drop that far if you continuously run it, but fuck it, let's see, right? What I do want to see, I don't want to get too far deep off into it, but as what I do know for a fact is the whole time we've been running this, there haven't been no issues, haven't tripped the breaker. 60 there, but on the gun is 40. So all it has to do is just the length of the hose. But I mean, you can get some shit done with this. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when the compressor kicks on, that don't mean that's when you gotta stop. But just to give you an idea, you know what I'm saying? If you was just running it like that. Now, what I want to see is if it's gonna, how far it's gonna drop as I'm still holding it. Dropped about 125. Still rolling though. 40 PSI the gun, 60 PSI there. I'ma drop it to 100 though. But by this time, man, we done. Shit is good. Shit is getting sprayed, getting laid. I thought we got us a motherfucking winner, you heard me? We got us a motherfucking winner, you heard me? I got more air than I got paint, bitch. Alright, so we're gonna stop it. We're gonna let go of the trigger. And we're gonna hit the start button and see how long it takes for it to get up to, back up to 200. So from the 100 to the 200. But like I said, still no circuit breaks, no circuit trips, none of that. So I want to say we found the problem. It might be our compressor. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plug everything back in. I'm gonna try it again. So we'll take our plug here that pretty much controls everything. Now we got power back over there, as you can see. So that's what I'm saying. The fridge is on now. Surround sound thing's on. And we are going to drain it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Let's try it like this. Because sometimes it has been that this will be on and I just plug it in and it trips it. Okay. Okay, Fortress, I see you. I bet it won't do it with this one, though. Yep, and there it went. Now it's no more power. The thing that I noticed is I never noticed that little like it was trying to go, but wouldn't go. All right, so this is something I never noticed about the compressor before. Till now, comparisons or whatnot, is that on the first go, it'll probably crank up. Unplug it, plug it back in. I never heard that before. That's probably the fucking issue. All right, so I think it's safe to say that this is the culprit. Cause like I said, no matter how many times I was to plug this in, it never. Never tripped it, but if I do it with this one, and there's a culprit, and then everything go night night. So that's it. We're gonna go get a new compressor.